On my windowsill, next to my desk, I have this collection of vials. And in this one here is a mixture of mini beads, little perler beads that you can melt together. And you may recognize the colors, purple and red. They correspond to the color of the light that appears in the background of my Friends and Gilmore Girls videos. And the red ones are representative of every episode of Friends that exists. And the purple ones are every episode of Gilmore Girls. And when I have made a video on a particular episode, once it's done and it's finished and it's edited, it's uploaded, when it has been made public, I have this little ritual of taking the corresponding color and putting it into its own little vial. And as you can see, these are all the purple ones. These are all the Gilmore Girls videos that have been made. And of course, these are the Friends ones. And as I go through, you start to see it grow more and more, this diminish, and these fill with a uniform color. Unfortunately, we won't be seeing these vials fill anymore because this is the last video that I'll be making on this channel. And I want to thank everybody who's been here from the bottom of my heart for all of the support, for the views, for the wonderful comments and thoughts and reactions and opinions on pop culture references that have popped up, on my thoughts of the review, just anything that comes up. It genuinely fills me with so much joy to read through those comments and to know that there's this little community that's been made. It really means so much to me, but unfortunately, it is coming to an end. And my whole thing is explaining things, so of course, I owe you an explanation as to why. And if you will indulge me, I do just need to give a little bit of background to this, a little bit of context. So I've been making these pop culture related adjacent videos for 4 years now. And I found a lot of success with it on TikTok. And the reason that it was on TikTok and the reason I did it in the first place was because I was traveling Australia at the time. And as I've mentioned in many of the videos before, I'm an actor. And social media and making videos is a great way to entertain. It's a great way to perform. And I downloaded TikTok when I was over there as a way to keep me entertained, as a way to keep me creative. And so I started doing little skits, little things, little sketches that I thought were funny. And I got a few followers from that. I got about 4,000 followers after a couple of months. And then I was watching through this episode of Friends and Phoebe said something. I was like, do you know what? I've watched this for years and I have no idea what she's saying. So I looked it up and was like, oh, she's referring to a musical from the 90s. Okay. And I decided to make a video on it. And that video did well. Within a week, my following on TikTok went from 4,000 to 10,000. And the week after, it went up to 100,000. And I have continued to find success with that as I have made these videos exploring different TV shows, Friends, Gilmore Girls, The Simpsons, The Office, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Family Guy, Archer, Futurama, random kids TV and movie shows, Christmas movies, Disney, all different types of things. And as I say, the success has been lovely. The followership has been lovely. Those videos have gained millions upon millions of views. And as of the time, 4 years later, I have over 900,000 followers on TikTok and 230,000 followers on Instagram. But I will be perfectly candid with you, as I always am, and I've been very open about this in the past. I have not earned a single penny in 4 years of content creation. I have over 1 million followers on social media, and I've made nothing. There's been no brand deals. There's been no collaborations. I've never been invited onto a podcast. I have literally made not a single cent. I found myself in a worse position than not having it. And so that was kind of the deal that I was in for the last few years. And then I was in Australia, as I said, and the reason that I wasn't making money is because I was in Australia. Australia doesn't have access to the Creator Fund. And because I downloaded TikTok in Australia, it registered me as Australian, despite the fact that I am British. And I came back home and said, I am British, and gave proof that I was British. I was even interviewed by a newspaper who then contacted TikTok, and TikTok went, no, we're not changing it. So I've never had access to the Creator Fund, despite the millions of views and the lot of money that it would have made me, I haven't seen a penny of it. And so being back in England, I had to take stock of that and take stock of myself. I'd gone through some bad times the last few years whilst I was in Australia, and I needed to deal with all that. And then I wanted to hit a sort of a fresh with content creation. And so I decided to remake my short videos from scratch, start from scratch, remake them, put them on a new TikTok platform in England so that I can start making some money if I join the Creator Fund, re-put them on Instagram, and it did well. I mean, 20-odd thousand on TikTok, another 100,000 followers on Instagram, which is taking it up to the 230 that I'm on now. And part of that was to start up YouTube as well. And I'd been thinking for ages, how can I make these type of videos for YouTube? Because I know YouTube is where the money's at. You know, let's be honest, that is where, if you can make it on YouTube, then you've got some money coming in. So I had these ideas for these videos that eventually turned into the ones that you have been watching on this channel. And just to lower the curtain, the way that you get monetized on YouTube is that you need to have both a minimum of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours accumulative watch time within a year. Because of how amazing you all are, we smashed both of those targets within a couple of weeks. And I was over the moon. This was early September. It only been a few weeks, like 6 videos were out. Bam, I was ready to monetize. So I filled out the form, applied. They said, we're going to do a little review and then we'll get back to you. I was like, brilliant. So I waited and the review came back and said, you aren't eligible. You aren't fulfilling the policy criteria, and so you can't be monetized. Make some changes and you can apply again. So I looked at the policies and I was like, okay, these are the policies that are written out. I'm not using bots or AI to inflate my views. I'm not trying to profiteer off war. I'm not trying to sell drugs. I'm not trying to all manner of things that I'm just not doing. There's a list of them. I went through every single one of them, was like, no, this isn't right. So I thinking, you know, maybe it's a mistake. I applied again, but it came back. Automated response. Nope, not eligible. So I kept trying this, just figuring out what's going on and still making these videos as I go along. Eventually it was mid-September and I got through to a human being and said, hey, there's an issue here. I need to know what the problem is. I've gone through the policies. I can know them off by heart by now. Like, please tell me what the issue is. And they said, we'll get back to you. Okay, we'll get back to you and we'll let you know. It'll take 2 to 3 weeks. So I waited 2 to 3 weeks. And just a tangent of this, I do just want to let you know about how these videos are made and to give you a real peek behind the curtain of my process here. So the shorts videos, they take around 15 minutes to record each, but they take around an hour to an hour and a half to edit. And I was releasing 1 a day. So that is 2 hours a day dedicated to that. Bam. Now these videos on YouTube, the Friends videos take around 2 hours to record, but around 10 to 15 hours to edit. Gilmore Girls, you know how much is in Gilmore Girls? They take around 5 hours to record and around 20 to 25 hours to edit. And I was releasing 2 a week. And so I found myself in those first few months staying up till 4, 5 in the morning each night. This is whilst juggling my actual job. I'm a presenter for a video game channel, so I work from home and I make videos, but rushing through work in order to be able to do basically a second full-time job. I'm putting in 40 to 50 hours a week making content. Back on the tangent, back to the original story. So this is mid-September, the thing's gone off to the human and I wait 2 to 3 weeks. In that time, I get this automated message saying, oh, it may be because you have a duplicated account. And I was like, no, I've only applied for AdSense. AdSense is what you get the money for. That's how you make money on YouTube. It's the adverts that you have within your video. So if you've been noticing you've been watching my videos without ads, it's because I haven't been able to access them. So they said you may have a duplicate AdSense account. I closed my AdSense account thinking that it may be a glitch, opened a new one. The human got back to me and said, oh, because you closed that account, we were doing a review on it. That means now we're going to have to do another review on this new one. It's going to take 2 to 3 weeks. Don't do anything. I went, all right, 2 to 3 weeks. I'll wait. So I waited 3 weeks. No response. It was the 4th week. And I reached down, I said, are there any updates? And they said, oh, we were actually still doing a review on your previous account, not on this original one. I said, I'm sorry. So I've been waiting a month for you to not have made any progress with the review. And said, oh, it'll take a few days. It'll take a few days. I was like, okay, it'll take a few more days. In this time, I had been thinking about content creation and my content and realized that these short form videos that I've been making of explaining jokes within these TV shows, I haven't enjoyed making them for a while. There's a lot more to me than just the formulaic explaining jokes thing and just giving a little lecture. I enjoy traveling. I enjoy socializing. I enjoy acting. I enjoy all these different things. And yet I haven't made any content about that. And I haven't had any time to do that because a lot of my time in the last couple of years has been spent focused on just making that content, that actually a part of me of who I was before I started making that and falling in the rabbit hole of that disappeared. And I haven't seen that guy for a long time. And so, yeah, it was a little, And so over the last few weeks and months, I thought maybe if I start to wind down the output of these short form videos, I was doing 1 a day, I'll go to 3 a week. That gives me half my time back, half my week back for me to be able to make content on other stuff. Maybe I'll start transitioning into doing other things like travel vlogs and little daily stuff, whatever. And then I went down to 3 a week and I really enjoyed not having that over me. And then on this channel as well, I was doing 4 videos every 2 weeks. And then I went down to 3. And that extra day of not having anything, it just opened up so much. And as all this was going on with AdSense and trying to figure things out, I kind of came to the conclusion, you know what? I think I'm done making videos about TV shows and movies. I think I'm done. The short form, I think that's it. It's been 4 years and I think I'm ready to put it behind me and do something else. It's been hanging over me. And the thing is, because I've been remaking them, I've been watching my old videos and I can tell where I was geographically and emotionally within each video, and they're linked to not very good times. And so as I've been trying to move into the future, I've got 1 foot there and 1 foot in the past, and it's been these short form videos. And I came to the idea and realization and conclusion that actually I'm going to stop making these short form videos. And as I came to that realization, the next day I got a response and an update to my case, and it was a copy and paste from the first email saying, you do not match the policies. We will not tell you what the issue is. You just need to figure out which one the problem is, which one you're in violation of, and then you can apply again. And I was like, how can I fix something when you won't tell me what's wrong? And so I can't monetize this channel. I can't get any money from this channel. I set up a Patreon and, I tried to plug it in some of the videos and I didn't get any followers, and that's okay. I understand, it's just, I hope you can see it from my point of view. It's not sustainable for me to spend 40 hours a week with no money coming in. It's 40 hours, literally 40 to 50 hours a week, working a second job with nothing coming in, where my actual job is only like 30p an hour above minimum wage. So I don't have a lot of money as it is. I can't afford to then spend So yeah, this will be the last video. And I would have loved to have gone through all of the episodes. Like, it would have been an incredible journey to have gone through them all. But I honestly think this may be for the best, because it will give me an opportunity to get out the house, an opportunity to start making some friends, hopefully meet some people and do some new things. And I'm excited for what's to come. And I know some of you may feel upset. You may feel chagrined that there won't be any more videos. And I'm so sorry. I hope you understand why that decision's been made and where I'm coming from with that. And I hope you don't lose touch. I will be making new content. It will be more centered around me and the things I enjoy and the things I want to do and new experiences. I will be posting that on my Instagram and my TikTok. That is at Kazascoot. Feel free to follow me over there and send me a DM if you came from YouTube and saw me over there. I mean, a lot of you may have already come from those platforms, so you'll just be returning to that. But yeah, hopefully see you over there. And also, if you just wanted to give me one last little goodbye, here's a buy me a coffee link. It's also in the description down below. And, you know, anything there just as a little treat to be able to get me out the house and do something new. Feel free, you know, no obligation, but I just thought I'd plug whilst it's there. But yeah, I've been rambling for so long, as I want to do. So my apologies once again. But yes, I just thought I could have, you know, disappeared and that's it and left it. But I owed you an explanation as to why I'm making these videos and why this journey has come to an end. So yes, I will end the video here by saying once again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me for how long it lasted. Luck and more to you all. And I'll catch you next time.